Mountains, we dream. Valleys, we dream. Shadows, we dream. Windows, we scream at the top of our lungs. Our air scares us.
It chills us. We feel brittle and unsettled, for our words are more powerful than our flesh. More powerful than anything seen, literally. Lightning can be captured and frozen with our speech. We hold something ever so powerful within us. Our beings were shaped and brought to life with words from the Creator. He is the source of life in our word, and His word is His being. He came in our likeness to enlighten, light a flame in our hearts. Give us power to resurrect from the cycle of our vices, the devices our adversary instilled in our minds so that we couldn't be ignorant of them. Yet, we treasure them, hold them. As a child treasures his gift he received on that late December date, we play with them too. Weapons of mass destruction we use as Tonka trucks to drive ourselves, brothers and sisters, down. Intoxicated, we don't even recognize that his eyes were on us all the while we were recklessly driving down a dead-end road with the blindfolded fantasy covering our eyes.
It's a good thing he came with light. A light so bright that it trampled our fears, opened our ears so that we can hear life, opened our lungs so that we can breathe life, massaged our skin so that we can feel life. And I don't know about you, but that bright light touched my soul. And I refuse to go back to my sins, my toys. I refuse to be dead again, stuck in torment, waddling in filth. So now I speak life. Why? No question mark. Nothing needs to be explained. We waste our time rattling our brains on discussions. We need no longer to discuss. I am disgusted at our lack of action, and you should be too. For we are all to blame. For we are all the same, regardless of what our flaws might say. We are people. We have blood in our veins, some blood. Better yet, much blood is saturated in iniquity. Though some have been changed, we still refuse to use our power to destroy our chains. Our shackles stem further than roots. You can count all the way back to when Eve bit that fruit that was the first noose tied around the necks of our collective human body. That serpent slithered his way into Eve's mind with a lie. Now we lie within the lies of these new age serpents, attempting to rearrange what God said. That's what happens when you don't listen to the head. He speaks, yet we question his intent. Who are we? Oh, you must not know. Or have we forgotten that his word framed the worlds and brought your very soul into existence? Listen when he speaks and don't question. Just go. And know that we cannot have justice without first realizing he just is. Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Believe me, my friend, he knows. He knows the shadows of innocent blood creeping from the concrete. The tears of mothers crying out for their lost children. He hears them, but we must first hear him and understand that our freedom does not stand within caucuses, congregations, or convocations. For these conglomerations only attract sections, not nations. If we lift him up, he will ensure our unification, because surely a house divided against itself cannot stand. Man, we need each other. We are brothers and sisters separated by a gospel of hatred. They say, you need to grind till you shine and get yours, B. With a little Malcolm X twist, by any means necessary. And if brother gets in the way, it becomes okay to slay him. A culture that says it's okay to turn our backs on our brothers, abandon love for pride's sake, and don't say a word. Not realizing we are throwing away our boys and girls, the future generations. We have the power to keep them blameless, but you choose. Will we use love or continue to spread hatred? Wife.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
To everybody sitting here today, and I don't know about you, but I'm convinced that by the psalmist David, when he said, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And a lot of people are excited for the new year, but I'm excited to see another day. Because no day is promised. And I'm excited because of what the psalmist said. He said that surely. It's not a question, but surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days. Not some of the days, but all of the days of my life. And I'm just going to share this piece with you all, and hopefully you'll be inspired today. And today, I have air, and I am thankful. Thankful that oxygen wasn't repossessed from my lungs, that liquid gold still pumps through my predestined veins. I am treasure. Precious stone to the cornerstone and rock of my salvation. I am salt. Pain produced cuts so deep that I have to dig in and give you words so obese that you can feast. Preserver of earth. Shield for my loved ones, family, and friends. I am warrior, strong and mighty, empowered by Almighty. I am tree, planted by rivers of water. Look at me. I am you. When potential meets opportunity, without hard work it is squandered. Therefore I must grind. Take this 10-pidget knife, wake up and sharpen it. I am growth, and I will not move. This is merely a fraction of who I am, and my worth cannot be calculated, for I am heir of kingdom unseen. These are the facts that I must remind myself of every day, because life is no joke. So when I'm being abused, spat, beaten, and pressed upon, I must remind myself that valuable metals must be refined and precious stones must endure pressure. And I am thankful that Creator didn't just allow me to be useless sand, although I am dust. Yet He saw fit to take me through trials while holding my hand so that I can understand. Brother and sister, and He empowers me to stand in the gap for them. And when I am holden by devices so strong that it makes my heart ache, I'm reminded that a warrior spirit isn't broken by the sting of weapon, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Today, opportunity will be met with fierce wind of heart where gold flows that it cannot possibly resist. And I am thankful for another opportunity to have breath in my lungs, blood in my veins, and be all that I am called to be. Thank you. That you who are watching, you who are listening, I would just ask that you really listen to the words, and that you know that you are valuable, that there is no situation in life that can taint your value or change it. You are not your circumstances. You are made in the image and the likeness of God. And you are beautiful, talented, and whatever it is that you're being called to do, whatever talents are on the inside of you, I ask that you would stop being scared. If I'm talking to you, then take it. If I'm not talking to you, then don't worry about it, but stop being scared. Be courageous. Courage, according to Dr. Angelou, courage is the attribute that allows us to do everything else consistently. If you don't have courage, then you're not going to be able to do it. So just have the courage to go move on and to do it exactly what it is that you know you should be doing. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let your circumstances stop you. Don't make excuses. Because excuses it's just, when you make an excuse for something, it means that you really don't want to do it. But I just want to encourage you that somebody is waiting on you. Somebody is waiting to hear your voice. Somebody is waiting for you to show exactly what it is that you have on the inside. And until they hear you, they may not be able to be who they were destined to be. So be who you were destined to be. Stand up, and you don't need any affirmation from anybody else. Just take the step and do it.
Tell me about your book.
It's a collection of poetry, and it's the beginning of something bigger than just that. The title of the series is Life is Poetry, but the title of this volume of the series is Love is Poetry. So, because love is the foundation and the highest point of life, I think it's very important that there's a lot of lessons, a lot of life lessons that you can glean from the words, and there's a lot of healing that can come from it. So I'm excited to what the impact will be, and I'm excited for what's to come. I think the first two dedications are definitely some of my favorites. The first dedication was to my mother, and I think that wasn't just about her, even though she was a big part of it. I think it was about all of the wonderful women who have been a part of making me who I am, been a part of helping me get to this point, of nurturing me and growing me. And it was dedicated to my mom and all the mothers that I know that have been mother figures in my life. And the second one was to the love of my life, Brianna, the woman that birthed me, and the woman who I'm committed to. So I think that was a way to start. I think it's hard, but I think one of my favorite poems that I've ever written came from a place of heartbreak. It came from a place of hurt, and it was a warning in a sense. I believe it's entitled Treasure Hunt. Yeah. And if you like, I can share one of the poems.
Okay.
Okay. Like this to me, this is one of my favorite poems from the book. And like it's a 2-part poem. So part 1 is very interesting, and it goes like this. Who can mend a broken heart? The tenderness of love's kiss, the spiral of skyfall, the clash of galaxies meeting, the crack of marbles colliding. The great becomes minute. No one cares, so it seems, to the broken, the destitute. There is no soothing force, for the bitterness of internal defeat. Devastation understates the chaos of failed trust. And love, we trust and are failed. For we hope in clay boxes operated by borrowed wind. Fickle are those who hope in bones, for dust and ash shall they return your heart to dust. If you trust, in clay boxes. No hope goes forth from grave, for wind is gone from temple and life is returned to creator. And then part 2 is, while adventuring we hunt and search for treasure in chests, oftentimes connecting to the ones most closely aligned with the desires in our own, following the voice inside our chest, bonding us to the most attractive treasure to eye, sight, and mind's touch. Be careful. I urge us collective not to listen to the voice inside our chest. The heart subtly whispers tender tidings of good things. The talk is false witness to fulfill her fantasies. Blood drips from her lips as she leads mind's feet to the doorsteps of her desires. Fools follow her privily, wise men unwittingly. Who can resist the joy she brings when satisfied? No one. I urge you not to listen to her talk, for she has mangled the blood of many with her lips, guiding in counsel to walk off cliffs, bodies blindly falling into lust, bodies laden with sin, expunging life from clay, creating corpses, walking until dried completely. She is suicidal. Heart cannot be trusted, for she craves the origin of her responsibility. Dust. She is unwise to her own conceits. If she is king, all will be destroyed. Desolation is the portion of those who hearken to the yearning of her blindness. Wisdom and all-encompassing wind is her balm. Allow the sweet perfume of wisdom to cover her stench, and as kind sister take her hand, leading her to the waters of life where she can be washed, healed, and made anew. Then she shall be satisfied. I just want to say thank you for everybody who has supported me so far, who's pre-ordered the hard copy, who's bought the ebook, who's commented on social media and like just been supportive and has encouraged me to keep moving forward. And yeah, I'm really appreciative for that. And I am looking forward to what's to come. We're looking at doing some apparel, some more things. So I'm just excited for the impact that that the book is making, and I'm excited for for the things to come. On my website, jgreatness.com. So yeah, you can get a copy of the ebook.